Hi there, Sad Womble here. Probably not a very long one. I just had a bit of a radical thought about marriage that I know would drive women crazy. And before I continue, I will say this is not me advocating marriage, MGTOW all the way. Okay, with that out of the way, when you hear arguments for marriage, when you watch the TV programs where they have these discussions where they'll put a guy on and he'll basically, or an anti-feminist woman, and they'll basically make the case that marriage is basically a raw deal for men, which it is. I mean, for goodness sake, hi baby, want to steal all my shit in about half a lifetime? Well, half my shit. Anyway, what kind of deal is that? Russian roulette with 2 chambers. Marvellous. Anyway, this is always the thing that they say is, yeah, but the man should be satisfied with, it should bring him satisfaction to have the relationship. Satisfaction that he's bringing happiness to a woman. It's all about satisfaction. The moment you bring up the concept of, the man's going to lose half his money, or the woman does divorce 70% of the time, which is still rising. Any of the negatives, they always come back with a variant, and we all know this, a variant of man up. Okay, now, they all try to play down this disaster of what actually happens when it all breaks down. It's all, the man shouldn't be thinking of this bad stuff. You're starting at a point to fail and all this. Think of all the good stuff. Okay, now, we've already started to see this in the world, which is this whole thing of cohabitation. 2 people living together, not married at all, but cohabiting. And of course, when you cohabit, differs in different countries. I'm quite lucky in the UK that you don't actually, well, not at the moment, give it time. If you cohabit and then you split, as long as you don't have any joint assets, as long as you weren't stupid enough to put your other half's name on the mortgage or the deeds of the house or other things like that, you can usually find a way. You might have to pay it off to an extent, but you can usually find a way round it. You don't have to lose half your shit. If you're married, of course, you're screwed. But I've kind of lost my track, but I'm just going to carry on regardless. But it's all about, yes, here we go. It's all about living together, because that's the satisfaction, isn't it? You're a man living with a woman, and you're doing things together, and you're having a life together, and you're just doing stuff, and it's wonderful. It's all about pleasing the woman. Now, my crazy thought. The other thing that women always want, I want my day, I want my white wedding, I want to walk down the aisle and have the day all about me. Okay, now, I'm sure we all know this. When you get married, you sign a contract, which basically says, I, the undersigned, promise to please her until she's upset, and then I'll give her all my shit, half my shit, or however much. Now, we've also seen this current trend of women marrying themselves so they can have their day, in quotes. So how about this? A new idea, and if it's an old idea, please tell me in the comments because I've not heard of it. How about just having the ceremony? You want your big white wedding with all the people around? Okay. Well, if you want that, obviously, as the old ways go, and I'm a big fan of the old ways, as the old ways go, the bride's family has to pay for the wedding. I wonder why. Maybe that was because, they knew they were trying to palm off a disaster onto the man. Maybe that was the reason. Because these days, they want the man to pay for them, or they have to pay together. But we'll brush that aside. So the woman, if she wants her big day, that's completely fine. Women are earning their own money. Fine. Okay, because it's not about the man. Just the man kind of stands there looking a bit lonely, and she makes her big entrance and walks down the aisle, and everyone goes, ooh. So, if it's all about her big day, and that's the thing that she wants, and really, she doesn't care about the money. That's not what's important. It's all about the relationship. Brackets, yeah, right, close brackets. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have a new industry where basically you can have the whole works. You can have as much as you want as long as you can afford it, in much the same way as you want a new car, Go for it, baby. But I'm not bloody paying for it. Anyway, so you can have your moment. You can have your huge day with all the trimmings that you're paying for. But we won't actually have a marriage license signature at the end. So, okay, I'm happy. You want to commit to me and me to you. In other words, you want to commit to a relationship. In other words, you want to say, in sickness and in health, to have and to hold and all that. Basically, what you actually mean is, in sickness and in health, until I'm bored with you. But it goes both ways. Men don't want to take up your shit either, but we're locked in. We're locked into this thing. If we walk away, you get half our shit. And if you walk away, you get half our shit. Yeah, where does this work out well for the man? The moment the man stops being a performing monkey, she says, I'm bored with him. He doesn't give me the spark he used to. And she can walk off. No fault divorce. She gets half my shit. No, thank you. So, back to my point. What we'll do is we'll have the ceremony and we'll have all the trimmings. You pay for it, but we don't have the license, because apparently that's not the important thing. She can have the stability. You want to come and live with me in my lovely stable house that I've paid for. That's completely cool. You want to live with me? You want to cook and clean for me? You want to make me happy? For now, we know what we're talking about, lads. You want to do that? You want to be basically my live-in prostitute? That's complete, because that's what men want. That's what men want. Men want a live-in prostitute. You stay in my house, I feed you, I clothe you, I give you a car, etc., etc., etc. The requirement is you lie in bed with me and you make me happy. The moment you don't do that, you're kind of no use to me as a man, because it's really shallow, but that's what men are interested in. We just like sex. Oh, yeah, baby. The moment the women go, oh, yeah, I don't really want to give sex anymore, you're kind of done for me now. That's it. Not really interested. As I said at the beginning, PSA in the middle of this, I'm not for marriage. I'm completely done with relationships. MGTOW all the way. This is just me hypothesizing. So, back to the comment. So, if this is the truth, and women just, they want the companionship. They want to go through their journey of life with someone. Okay, well, you can come through a journey. You can join me. But the point is, if I get fed up with your shit, if we're not married, I can just leave. And if you get fed up with my shit, you can just leave. Now, funnily enough, for all my MGTOW comments, and I am MGTOW, and I'm not going to change my mind, don't worry, dear listener, that's actually not a bad deal. You want to come together with all your resources, do all your stuff, and if one or other of you gets fed up, you just leave. Now, that's actually completely fair enough. You're happy? Stay together. We are a social species. It is true. We aren't naturally designed to be solo. Men are designed to spread their seed far and wide. Women are designed to gather resources. And you put those two facts together, a man gathers a woman and the woman gathers a man, and happy days for all. Although that's how it used to be when it was a 50-50 split of the experience. Now it's way, way skewed. So anyway, my radical thought is basically this whole thing. We'll completely abolish the concept of marriage in the true sense, and we'll basically have cohabiting as the standard with the ceremony. So a ceremony is literally, in effect, before God, whatever God you choose to pray to. That's fine. I'm multi-denominational, if I can ever say it. But it'll never happen. I'm completely aware that this will never happen because the state doesn't get its pound of flesh at this point. But if it's all about basically two people sharing the journey, if that's what it's all about, there shouldn't have to be, not the word have to, there shouldn't have to be any form of financial inducement for either side. I shouldn't want to live with you because you've got loads of money. You shouldn't want to live with me because I've got loads of money. We both know that that's not true, and everybody wants what everyone can get out of everything. But if you just made that one change and basically abolished marriage in the true sense that it is at the moment and just had two people living together, and when one or the other got fed up with the other, they could just leave, that would actually make life a lot better. And the reason for that is both sides would have to work at it. Yes, both sides, not just the man. The woman would have to be nice to the man in whatever way the man wanted her to be nice, and the man would have to be nice to the woman, so it would have to be a partnership again. She would have to do stuff that he liked, he would have to do stuff that she liked. It would have to be a meeting of two people that actually genuinely liked each other, for each other, in effect, friends living together. Now, I know it's crazy, and it will never happen, but it was just a little thought experiment on my part, and I thought I'd throw it out there, just, because. Anyway, like, share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up and a comment. If you didn't enjoy it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why you didn't. I don't moderate my comments unless you're really unpleasant. So please, let's have a conversation in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Sad Womble, out.